man has to make a choice between two women, he will forever choose the weaker one. He will marry the more convenient one. He will settle down with the one that puts him first. In short, he will always choose the one that has a weaker mind and lower self-worth. She might also have a little less self-respect and dignity than the other woman. He will choose her because she is easy. Now this woman thinks she won because she ended up with him. In reality, the whole time while this man is with her, he cannot stop thinking about the strong woman he rejected. His true love and desire will forever stay with the strong woman that he didn't pick. And he secretly wishes that he was with her. The only thing holding him back from actually being with her is fear, because he is just as weak. In short, if a man picked you over another woman, it doesn't mean that you're better looking than her, that you are more valuable to him, that he loves you more. Sometimes it just comes back down to you being more easy and convenient to him. Him not choosing to stay with the woman he actually loves because she has higher standards and maybe higher expectations that he deep down knows he will never be able to fulfill. If you're watching this and you have lost your man to another woman, it's not because he loved her more. It's not because she's better than you. She might have just been easier to be with because she's a little weaker. And so is he.
Stop comparing yourself to the other woman, to the other girl. There are so many of you women who, when a guy leaves you for another girl, you're always quick to compete or compare yourself to this other woman. Don't. I've seen this trend on TikTok. Everyone is doing it. This verse where Maria the scientist said, "What does she have on me?" Everyone is doing a TikTok video about it. Let me tell you guys something. When a guy leaves you for another woman, it has nothing to do with you. Whenever a man cheats on you, it has nothing to do with you. And a lot of us women, we turn to question ourselves like, what is so special about this other woman that I don't have? And you start competing with this other woman. And I know, especially if it's a woman who is maybe more beautiful than you, and you start asking questions like, is she more beautiful than me? Am I more beautiful than her? A lot of you have done this. But let me tell you guys, the other woman is never your problem. And what I want you to know is, when a man is dealing with two women, he is going to choose the weakest link.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all always wondering like, why her? Why her? Why did he choose her? Why this, that? Let me tell you something. All the internet shit they be doing is a fake. That shit is all fluke. It's all fake. I'll tell you why he chose her, not you. He chose her because she is willing to deal with shit that you're not. You talk too much. You probably got on his ass. You probably weren't willing to settle and do the shit that she was willing to take. She was probably willing to be a 50-50 bitch. She probably didn't ask for dates or gifts. She probably don't care if he cheat or not. She don't give a fuck if he come home at a certain time. She allowed him to do shit that you would not go for. So of course he's gonna go for the weakest link. He gonna go for the weakest link, and the weakest link gonna think that she wants something. She over there thinking she wants something because she don't even give a fuck. She is just happy that she has a man. So it do not matter what he does or don't do. For you, it mattered. You had boundaries. You had boundaries. You had standards. Something this hoe don't have. The bitch don't care as long as she get dick and he's in her bed. So that's why her and not you. He's with her because the bitch don't stand for nothing. She's a nothing. She don't require nothing out of him. She don't require him to grow. She don't require him to be loyal. She don't require much from him. So he's gonna go with the weakest link. You see, but he's not gonna forget that woman that gave him that spark. They gave him that passion that made him see himself as a king. You know, he'll never forget the queen that showed him his crown and showed him that he is capable. He'll never forget that woman. I am that woman. I am that woman that will leave your ass if you don't get it right. I am that woman that make you rise above. I am that woman. So that woman don't get forgot. See, he gonna go be with her. He's gonna build himself up to be whoever he need to be. And then he's gonna go back looking for his dream woman. He's gonna settle for her. He's gonna be with her. Because that bitch don't require nothing. But the woman that makes him rise up, he either gonna rise up to it or he gonna go get a weaker bitch. That's why not you, boo. It's not because nothing is wrong with you. It's him and not you.
And the reason is they feel like they can get over on a bigger woman or an unattractive woman. They feel like they don't have to provide as much. They look at you and they know for a fact that you got other men vying for the position. So they don't want to put up with the headache. They don't want to put up with treating you right. So they'll go for a bigger or unattractive woman because we've been taught growing up that bigger or unattractive women are easy and they're going to put up with a lot more. And if you get into the right movement with them, they'll they'll probably let you walk all over them like a doormat. We are taught that unattractive women and bigger women have a low self-esteem. So these men definitely don't want to deal with women that's going to actually put up a fight. These men don't want to deal with women who's going to make them actually live up to expectations. So they will go with the less attractive woman. They will go with the bigger woman because these men want convenience. They don't want a challenge. Think about it for a second. How many of your unattractive girlfriends got a man? How many of your bigger girlfriends got a man? Now you know why. Don't get mad at me for the truth. I said what I said.
He chose her over you because she's better for him. And let me explain. A cheap person needs a cheaper person. And a person that has low self-esteem needs a person they can control. And a person that doesn't have respect and honor for themselves needs to feel like they have respect and honor from someone else. And that usually comes from a person they feel is weaker than them and they are more superior than. A high individual cannot match with a low individual. And sadly, they were too low. But because you refused to walk away, they needed to walk away and go to a person that is lower, that they could control because you were too much for them. And rather than them come to your standard, they had to find somebody lower than theirs. Let them enjoy.
Okay, but how could he have cheated and wiled with her? How could he have picked them over you? What could she have that you don't because you are the whole ass package? I'll tell you right now, he knows she's less than you. He is intentionally choosing her because she is less than you. And this seems obvious on its face, right? But I can't tell you, when I saw who my dusty ex was cheating on me with the entire 12 months that we were together, I was in shock. I was aghast. You picked her over me. You chose to intentionally sabotage the relationship with me, a whole ass package for her. And I love women. I'm not ever trying to compare myself to a woman, but I just could not understand. This was the big question of all questions for me. I spent 7 months ruminating as to why he would pick her over me. And now I'm realizing that they intentionally choose women or people that are less than you because you being the whole ass package reminds them every single damn day how much they are not at your level, how much work they have to do to rise to your level. And for some of these dusties out here, it's just too much work. You're asking far too much of them to look at themselves and to heal or to level up in other ways to deserve you. And they're not willing to do it. They are not man enough to do it. And so what they do is cheat on you, wile, or dump you, and then literally level down. They level down intentionally because they realize you're too much work. A woman of your caliber is too much work. So don't be sitting here doing what I did, which is question like, what does she have that I don't have? There must be something just inherently wrong with me that he couldn't make it work with me. No, don't even go down that path. The answer is right in front of your face. He is intentionally choosing to level down and wile with somebody that is below your level because he is not man enough to rise to the level of divinity that you are standing in. It is easier to be with her.
Let him have her. No, really. Let him have her. If someone chose someone over you that they thought was better, or was even entertaining someone during a relationship where you two were committed, you need to let him have her. Let me explain. Number one, if someone can take your man, they didn't take your man, they took your problem. Anyone that can be taken, you're turned off now. The attraction immediately left your body. You love yourself, remember? We don't do that. And number two, if you do want him to feel stupid about this, you absolutely have to let him have her. Think about it. Right now, they have a clean slate. Their relationship is new and fresh, and it's not all muddy the way yours probably got towards the end. It's literally not a fair fight. Every time you guys have turmoil now, you're just highlighting all of the positive things he thinks about this new situation. You have to give him a big dose of what he thinks he wants. Don't make it easy for him. We all know the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and once he figures that out, you'll be long gone and he'll have to sit with the regret of losing the best woman of his life for the rest of his life. Don't help him. Let him have her.
He cheated and he's choosing her. So now you're all confused. Why is he texting you? Why is he calling you? There are numerous possible reasons why. Here are some. One is he wants to make sure that you will always be his backup, just in case. And two, he feels so terrible, he wants to make sure that if you're willing to still talk to him, that must mean he's not such a terrible person. It must mean that he's okay and he didn't really hurt your feelings that bad. After all, you're still willing to talk to him, therefore, he's not really that guilty. Hi, I'm Coach Breaker, and I put the brakes in broken hearts.
Why did he get with her instead of you? Sometimes we just are like, what? Say what? Because I know the wonderful catch that I am, but I don't understand why he does not see that. Let me help you to understand it a little bit better. There's three things that could possibly happen. One, she just simply requires less, meaning you demand that he show up and show up right, okay? You demand that he actually acts right. Some women don't require that. Two, she pursued after him, and thus she does all the work. Two, he pursued after you, and therefore he had to do all the work. And he just wasn't trying to do all that. It was just too much, right? When you can be pursued and have someone else to do it as compared to you, the one that's doing it, which is how it's supposed to be. Then the third reason, and this is the one that y'all gonna really hate the most, and I talked about this in another video. He wasn't ready when you came along. And because he wasn't ready when you came along, now she comes along. It seems as if she is better than you. He likes her more than you. No, that's not it, dear. The reason is because now he's ready. And men, when they're ready, they don't do the work to go find the love of their life. Now, the closest that they will do is to go back in their past to see if someone from their past will be with them, right? Maybe the one that got away, or maybe the one that he should have did right by. But at the end of the day, if he's not doing that, which you can guarantee that he's going to do if he doesn't try somebody new and do the work to find a new relationship, he's going to take the person that is there and make that one the right one for him. I'm not saying it will or it will not work out. All I'm saying is proximity is what got her in the position that you wanted from him. Simply because he was ready when she came along. I know it's not right. I know it's not good. It is how it is. Hope that helps. Doctor's out.
Does he love the other woman? I got you. So maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're still with the guy, but he found out there's another woman. You found out there's another woman in the picture. He's been hollering at her. He's been talking to her. Whatever that is, does he love her? Is there emotions? Is there feelings? I'm going to break it down for you. No. And before you say, oh, Eli, you don't understand. They're happy. They're smiling. He said, I love her. Like, whatever that is, I'm going to tell you right now, coming from the source, he doesn't. And I don't say this to blow smoke up your butt. I don't say this because, oh my God, you're so amazing and this and that. No. That is how he conditions himself when it comes to stress in the relationship. She is a distraction, not an actual solution of some love, whatever. Because how the heck are you supposed to genuinely fall in love and connect with another individual while you're dealing with the ups and downs and struggles of the current relationship? You only have so much capacity to give. And I don't care if they're even together right now. I don't care if they're even been together right now. She was created based on a distraction of him not knowing how to deal with what was currently happening. I'll tell you, once that distraction fades, once he's officially over it, once he's on the other side of all these things and issues with you, he's no longer going to be interested in her. And let's call it what it is. She knew that he had another woman. She knew all this stuff. And guess what? They're going to have issues and there's going to be zero trust in this relationship. She's going to see him as a guy that cheats. He's going to see her as a woman that is the other woman. And neither are going to be able to properly trust each other. While you get to zip margaritas and holler at a guy named Julio, that is fun. The number one thing you need to do is not see his lack of as an indication of your self-worth. Your job is to heal now. Your job is to take chances for yourself now. Your job is to figure out what this next stage of your life is. And if you need help with that, link in the bio. I'd love to work with you.
He's going to choose the woman who is going to make him feel more comfortable disrespecting her, doing whatever he wants to do. In today's day and age, men want to marry a stooge. Men want to marry a woman who they can easily control and a woman they can easily manipulate. I have sat with men and I've heard them say this. I don't want to get married to a girl I can't control. A lot of you, they left you because they couldn't control you. They left you because they couldn't do whatever they wanted to do and you tolerate it. They left you because you're a strong woman. They left you because you're not weak. They left you because you are not willing to tolerate their BS, and they went to look for a weak woman who was willing to tolerate their BS. Probably because she's desperate for him. She's a pygmisha. She's the kind of girl who will go 50-50 just to keep a man. She's the kind of woman who would know a man is in love with another woman, but she will still be there. She will still stick to the relationship just because she's desperate like that. These are the type of women who will go to use voodoo on a guy just because he's in love with you. They'll see how this man is in love with you and they will go to use voodoo on him just to get him. These are the type of women who are basically pygmies, and they won't care. They will go above and beyond, disrespect their principles, their values, their morals for a man, just to keep a man, just to say I have a man. So I want you guys to not feel bad. Don't compare yourself to the other woman. You were never the problem. And I have a friend of mine, she always used to tell me, if I get into a relationship with a guy and God forbid we break up, or he leaves me for another woman, and this woman is not as beautiful as I am, I wouldn't get hurt, I wouldn't get bothered. I'm going to boss up because I'm like, you left me for someone under me. So a lot of girls think like this. If he left you for a girl who is not as attractive as you are, not as beautiful as you are, or not as rich, or if he left you for a girl who maybe isn't all that comparatively to you, you start feeling like you're more than her, you're more than this, you shouldn't feel bad about it. This guy could still leave you for a girl who has everything that you don't have to offer. What I want you to know is sometimes it's not about looks. It was never about looks. It was never about if she's more attractive than I am or what. It was never about looks. Men want a woman who is willing to tolerate their BS, who is willing to let them cheat and stay quiet, who is going to shut up because that is her role. They want a woman who is going to accept their narcissistic, misogynistic behavior. And if you're a strong woman who has healthy boundaries, who is secured in herself, and who knows she has options, and the guy knows you have options, he's going to get intimidated by you. Men don't want a woman who intimidates them, a woman who makes them feel small. They want a woman who is beneath them, because that is the only way they can do whatever they want to do. A man will never marry a woman who threatens his ego, who threatens his masculinity. He wouldn't marry a woman who he cannot control. This is what I want you guys to understand. So most of the times when he's dealing with two women, he's going to choose the weaker woman. He's going to choose the pygmisha, the one who wants to be picked. And most of the times when he will choose this pygmisha, in that relationship, he's going to be thinking about the woman he let go of. He's going to be thinking about you, the strong girl, the one who wouldn't tolerate his BS. Most of these men, they just couldn't be with you because they couldn't control you. Like, men are so selfish. They always want to eat their cake and have it. Make it make sense. A guy leaves you and chooses another woman because this woman is willing to tolerate his BS, and this woman is basically a pygmy. And now you have left the relationship, you have moved on, decided to boss up and glow up. He now comes running back to you. Make it make sense. A lot of these men will pick a woman they don't even love. They'll pick a woman just because they can easily control this woman, just because this woman is willing to do anything for them. This woman is desperate for them. They will pick this woman when they don't even love this woman, but they just love how she makes them feel comfortable to do whatever nonsense they want to do. But you who maybe they really love, you who they really want to be with, you who they have been begging to be with, but you didn't give them a chance, they are going to be crying and mourning and regretting, fumbling you, because you are a strong woman, because you decided to not settle for less. You know what you want and you decided to stand on business. These men are going to be crying in another relationship, in another marriage, in an unhealthy, toxic relationship with a woman they don't really love, just because they couldn't stand to be with a woman who threatens their ego, their masculinity, and a woman they cannot control. And this is what happens to most of them. When they leave you for another woman and they go date this other woman and see that the grass is not green on the other side, you see them running back to you, you see them sliding back in your DMs, begging you, wanting to have a relationship or wanting a second chance from you. And when you reject this man and you stand on business, when you pay him dust, you ignore him, he is going to feel bad. His ego is going to get bruised. And because his ego is bruised because you rejected him, knowing fully well that he is in a relationship with the woman he left you for, now he's feeling bad, his ego is bruised. You see him wanting to get into another relationship. You see him wanting to fix things with the woman he left you with just because you rejected him. There are a lot of men who the woman they really want to be with doesn't want them. That is why they are with you. That's why they are settling for you. And when you pay him dust, his ego is bruised, he's hurt. Now he wants to get back at you. You see him doing something petty, like asking your friend out, like going on a date with another girl, or just trying to get into another relationship just to show you that he doesn't really care. He was just trying to stand on business. Reject these men. When they leave you for someone else and they come back, don't ever take them back. Don't ever give them another chance. And they left you for this person because you are the blueprint. You didn't want to tolerate BS. You didn't want to settle for the bare minimum. And it has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with them. So besties, I'm going to leave this video here. I don't want to drag this video too long, but add more points in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.